So, Kuba.
Yep.
How many trials did you get from Quora last month?
I think it was something around 650. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, not bad. Not
Thank
bad.
you. Thank you very much.
All right, so you are going to show us how to do this, right?
Yeah, in a minute.
Okay, watch the video. 600 trials. Hey, it's Chia from Brand24, and today I am here with Kuba Rogalski.
Hey there.
He is a community manager at Brand24 who is doing some really amazing things with Quora. He's got some really, really good results. And so I know that you use Quora for Business, and it's primarily for generating leads. Am I right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess in this case, it's about getting people to just sign up for a trial and just give the software a try and get familiar with it, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, and I believe there was even 1 month where you got 650 trials?
You're right. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And that's just from writing on Quora?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
That's really amazing. I'm sure there are a lot of businesses, a lot of other community managers, and other people who would really love to know how you did that and how they can leverage Quora for their business. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions?
Go for it.
Okay, awesome. Let's see, I have a list here. So you are both a community manager and a content writer. So I know that Quora is not your only marketing channel, but I'm willing to bet it's probably your favorite, am I right?
Yeah. That's for sure.
Okay, so can you tell us why? Like, why is it a good marketing channel for business?
So I think the main reason is the characteristic of the platform. So it basically consists of, it's basically a Q&A site where people ask direct questions and ask for solutions to their problems. So it's way easier to market your products like that, answering to people's questions rather than pushing your product out there. So it's more of an inbound than outbound thing. And yeah, it's much easier to do it on Quora than on Reddit, for instance, where it's pretty much frowned upon.
Okay, cool. That makes it sound really tempting, actually. You just said that you don't really have to push your product so hard, and it's kind of inbound, so that, okay, yeah, I'm going to start writing on Quora now. So I see that for usually each question on the platform, you have several answers. So how do you suggest that we make our answer stand out?
So Quora gives you quite a few possibilities to edit your answers and customize them in whatever way you like. So you can use pretty much standard text editing options like bold, italics, or lists. But you might as well add images and videos or even embed tweets. So it makes it quite easy for you to stand out. But
do you do that a lot? Do you add a lot of images and videos and things like that?
Pretty much all of my answers have.
It's a good practice if he's doing it.
That's true. I mean, some of the people don't add any sort of media to their answers, and they usually get buried under the more edited ones. So it's definitely a good way to stand out. And even a preview of an answer has an image if there's one included in an actual answer. So,
is there anything that we should avoid on Quora, something that we should not do?
Okay, yeah, so definitely don't try to push your product too hard. So obviously you're there for marketing and business purposes, but it's also just a platform for people to answer their questions and also have fun on the platform. So for example,
we'll talk about cows.
Yeah, cows or whatever, cats probably. So for example, I'm a football fan and I tend to answer some football related questions from time to time just to make my profile more authentic and credible, and so that people see that I'm not there just to push my product to them, but just to have fun on the platform and enjoy it the way it's meant to be.
Okay, yeah, that's really good advice. That's really good advice. Okay, so what about your profile? Like when people go on Quora and they see who answered this question, they're looking at it. Is there any advice that you can give us on how to create a really good profile?
Yeah, I mean, there are a few options to customize your profile, so you can include your profession and education and all that. But what's also cool is that you can have your main credential, which is the description of what you do, who you are. But you can also have custom credentials for different topics. So each question belongs to a topic, and if you have a credential for a given topic, it's then displayed next to your answer to a given question. So for example, when I answer a question about football, it's not going to be helpful if people see that my credential is a community manager at Burn24.
So what about if you're doing this for a business? Should you let people know, you work for such and such company, and should you mention this, or is it okay to leave it out? What do you think?
I think it's better to just state outright that you work for a given company, because if you try to hide it and somehow game the system pretending you're just a random internet user recommending a product, people will find out sooner or later, and they can report you, then you can get banned, and nobody wants that.
Yeah, no, that would be bad. Okay, so finally, if you could only give us one piece of advice on how to leverage Quora for marketing or for business, what would it be? Just only one.
Yeah. I know that people sometimes struggle with finding the right questions to answer. And one of the most effective ways, apart from using the search bar on Quora, is to prepare a list of keywords that you would search on Google. The reason why it's so effective is that actually 70% of Quora's traffic comes from Google searches. So if you simply add an advanced search command that goes like cite Quora.com to your keywords, it's gonna return only those Google results that come from Quora. So it's good for your exposure, and it usually gives you the questions that are already highly engaged.
That's cool. So yeah, so even in Quora, you have to kind of have SEO and keep it there in the back of your head then.
Yeah.
SEO and search.
Yeah, that's true. Even though most of the links are no follow, it's still good to have SEO somewhere in the back of your head. That's for sure.
Wow, awesome. Wow, thank you so much, Kuba. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy days on Quora to answer a few questions on Quora for us. So I think it'll be a while before we ourselves get to 650 users per month. It takes time. Yeah, right?
It definitely takes time.
Okay.
Sometimes months. So yeah.
Yeah.
It builds over time. It's like a snowball effect. So the more questions you answer, the more traffic you get.
I'm just glad to know that it's possible.
Yeah, definitely possible.
Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions about how to leverage Quora and get up to 650 users per month, just put it in the comment section below, and I will be forcing Kuba here, our expert on Quora, to answer them for you.
Yeah, I'll try to help as much as I can.
Great. All right, cool. So if you found this video helpful, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we'll be explaining how you can do even more in social media and digital marketing each week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Thanks.